各位亲爱的网友朋友，大家好。
Hello everyone.
昨天呢，给大家一起呢念佛。
Yesterday we chant together.
当然时间短。
Although the time is quite short.
更多的一些故事哈。
But I do receive some stories.
有。
Is there some good stories to share? Yes, Master. We have some who send us some stories to share. And I'd like to welcome those who are watching now. If you have good stories to share, do continue to send to us. One is story from Xiaoqing. Xiaoqing said, "Thank you, Masters. During this time, the pandemic has been quite serious. My family members are all affected. We are in the process of recovery, but my daughter yesterday just had a high fever.
她从小发烧都属于那种一烧温度就会飙的。
Have very high. When she has high fever, she has high temperature. And that is when she has high fever, she will have some effect. Although now she has grown up, she's now 12 years old, but we are still very worried for her. Yesterday, during the day, her temperature reached a 9.7 degrees Celsius, and I tried a lot of methods to help to lower her temperature. She took some medications. It reduced the temperature for a while, but after that, the temperature came back up again. I was worried that at night she would be having a difficulties because of the high temperature. But when she fell asleep when Master lead us to chant, and when she woke up, I felt that her temperature has dropped a bit. She has received Master's blessing too. And after the blessing sessions, everyone fell asleep. And unexpectedly, my daughter slept very well that night and didn't have a fever. She woke up in the morning and said she was hungry, and her energy was restored. Thank you so much for your great blessing, Master. That's good news. She also wished that all who are affected, suffering from the pandemic, to recover soon. So she is very effective. Shall we have a prize for her, so that her family will be free from the disease? Yes, we have 8 treasure beads. So it's for Xiaoqing. That's for you. This can ward off evil and wish you longevity and auspiciousness. Thank you, Master. And next one is Xiao Zhou. Xiao Zhou also has a sharing. She said, "Hello, Masters. During the opening of the pandemic, I have also been affected. I have this unprecedented pain. I thought that if I persist, the pain would be over, but I've been infected for more than 10 days. I experienced cough, chest tightness, shortness of breath, dizziness, and running nose. I start to worry about life. In order not to infect my mom and daughter, I moved out, and I felt extreme loneliness and pain. The only reason that could keep me going was Master's live broadcast. I recited Buddha's name with Master's last night and received Master's great blessing. After that, my body felt more relaxed than ever, and I finally managed to have a good night's sleep without coughing at night. So grateful to Master." Yes, she has this COVID for 10 over days. She's short of breath and she suffered physically. But after chanting with Master for a night, her conditions improved. She's very lucky. Congratulations to her. So we have a prize for her too. We have this very beautiful 8 treasure auspicious bead, wishing you longevities and your whole family will enjoy peace and harmony. And Master, the next one is Xiao Zhen. Hello, Master. Yesterday, from 2:30, I had very, very bad pain in my throat. And it was like cutting, like swallowing a blade. It hurts when I breathe. And it was unbearable. I didn't know how to endure to the next second. So I thought I should repeat to listen to Master's blessing. What is amazing is that after I listened to it, when it was about 4:30 and later on till 6:30, when I was half asleep, I don't feel the pain. And this morning, I listened to it one more time. And now when I try to swallow my saliva, I don't feel the pain anymore. Great gratitude to Master. I will continue to listen again and again. Thank you, Master, for freeing me from my pain and suffering. Because now even I take medications, the medication is not effective. I am still positive and this is the 4th day, but I now have more confidence. Today, I send Master's blessings to my family and friends because they will also test positive. They have to endure great pain. With great gratitude to Master. Thank you, Master. Listening to her descriptions, the pain on the throat is actually quite serious because it is as if like the blade cutting through the throat. In fact, many sharings is that they have this is quite a common sign. When they swallow the saliva, they feel the extreme pain. Some of them suffer high temperature. These are all symptoms. But lucky for her, she is actually very lucky because she is very wise. After listening to Masters, yesterday's teaching, she learned that she can listen to Master's blessing again and again. And every time when she listened again, her symptoms reduce. Actually, think about it, you are actually home and you have nothing to do. So instead of watching other YouTube channel, you can actually watch my live broadcast. And if my live broadcast can bring some benefits to you, then why not? We do have a prize for you, for Xiao Zhen. And this is a huge 8 treasure auspicious beads, wishing you longevities, auspiciousness, and happiness. Thank you, Master. Now we have another sharing from our Indonesia internet friends. She said, Master, maybe recently the weather has turned cold and as a result, sometimes I feel numbness on my both arms. And when I wake up, my both legs is also numb. And I need to slowly move my legs for about 10 minutes before I can get off the bed. Yesterday night, after Master's blessing, my both hands was actually numbed, and in my heart I chant. I say, "Please, Buddha, please, Bodhisattvas, Master, please protect me, so that my both hands to stop the numbness, so I can resume my work." After receiving the blessing, I start to find that my both hands starts to warm up and the numbness disappears. And not only that, this morning when I woke up, my both legs is also no longer felt numb. I can walk with ease. Thank you, Masters. Thank you, Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. In her conditions, although she didn't have the disease, she didn't have the COVID, but she has this numbness of the hands and the legs. These are actually, what type of symptom is that? When one is sick, the symptoms can manifest differently. So such effect is actually very common, so there's nothing special about it. So for her, it is important for her because now she can regain her mobility back. I too have a prize for her. Thank you, Master. So this is a prize for Yan Yan from Indonesia. You have a prize of 8 treasure auspicious bead, wishing you health, longevities, and harmony for the family. And we have another sharings from Indonesia. From Fangzi, Fangzi shared that, Master, 2 days ago I accidentally fell down from a chair, and as a result of that, my left side of my butt is actually have blue black. After joining the chanting class last night at the meditation center, when I sit in a meditative position, I could still felt the pain at my left thigh and my left butt. But I tried my best to endure, and I tried to relax to receive Master's blessing. So I try to endure the pain even when I go through the blessing. At that night, when I sleep, I could sleep very soundly. And this morning, when I woke up, I could not feel the pain anymore. The pain has completely disappeared. Thank you, Masters, for your compassionate blessing. Well, for people who have bumped themselves or their blue legs, it takes a few days, if not a week, to recover. And some of them even broke their bones. So actually the recovery period tends to be longer. But for this Dharma sister, she is very fortunate. After the blessing, after the night of sleep, the pain disappears. That's a miracle. So we too have a prize for Fangzi. Let's pick a beautiful 8 treasure auspicious beads for her. So this is for you, Fangzi. Wishing you longevities and wishing you happiness for the entire family. Thank you, Master. And next we have another online friend, Lao Ma, sharing. And he said, "Hello, Master. I'm 68 this year. During this month, myself, my wife, and my 11-year-old granddaughter have all been infected with COVID. Thank you, Masters, during when we most needed to lead us to chant and to do blessing, and help us clear our karmic debts. For me, for this July starts, my neck has this pain and has this pain that continues. I couldn't even wash my hair or even comb my hair. I could only it was with difficulties that I can lift my right arms, and my left arms I couldn't even lift it up. Last night, December 27, after receiving Master's blessing, I could feel that the pain was initially quite difficult, but I know that that's because of Master's is helping me to clear my karmic debt. So although I felt the pain, I endure the pain and I endure. And after the completions of the blessing, I start to pat myself. And suddenly my 11-year-old granddaughter said, "Grandma, you can now pat with your arms." That's when I realized that my left arm is no longer painful. I could even lift it higher. It's no longer painful. And not only that, I don't feel giddy. From that moment, I could feel at ease from my arms all the way to my legs. That's very amazing. And not only that, she also shared the benefits to her husband. Said, "My husband, about when he was 10 over years old, his right leg's the kneecap is not very well. So every time whenever he bent his knee, he will feel some pain. And during this month, in the middle of this month, he contacted COVID. And after yesterday's chanting with Master, he sincerely chant for repentance because he used to be a chef. And as a chef, he killed many animals. And so he kneeled down to ask Medicine Buddha to help those animals that he has killed or injured. In that moment, he could feel that there's this intense energy, like a bomb that's affecting him. But subsequently, he started to feel this bittersweet in the mouth. And not only that, there's this cool air that comes out from the palms. And this morning, when he managed to sit in a meditative position, his right knee, it's no longer painful. And not only that, the granddaughter, who is 11 years old, also has COVID. And at the beginning, she has been coughing for a long time. But after the blessing by Masters last night, she stopped coughing completely. Thank you, Masters. After the chanting and after the blessing, my entire family of 3 has now much better. That benefits to 3 persons in the family. You have all understood. So yes, there's a prize for her too. She's sending to thank Master. So there are 3 8 auspicious treasure beads for you. That's for your family. Wishing you health, longevities, and auspiciousness. Thank you, Master. Master, now everyone has shared with us some of the sharings. One, we have someone from Taiwan. Hello, Master. During this month, I have this pain in my head. And a lot of time, even in the middle of the night, the pain is so painful that I feel like it's explode. And it has been there for like 2 days. When I go and see the doctor says that this is a migraine and it's quite a serious migraine. And he prescribed some medications for me. But the doctor did tell me that if it's not painful, I do not. It's just like a painkiller. So I think that maybe because there's some side effect to the painkiller, that's why he advised me only take when it's painful. And yesterday, I could feel the pain. The pain was very intense. And after I chant with Master, and after I listen to Master's blessing, my pain disappears, the giddiness disappears. My whole entire body felt at ease. Thank you, Masters, for your compassionate blessing. That's also a great sharing. And she has a migraine problem. And after she followed Master in the chanting and in the blessing, the pain just disappears within a very short time. Actually, some people suffer terrible migraines, and they need painkiller to sustain themselves. But people who have migraines, for us, it's not really serious illness. We have many people who have recovered from it. So that is our internet friends from Taiwan. Do they still need to have the beads? Most of the time, the Taiwanese are not so greedy. So I have one as well. So this is for the Taiwan's internet friends. 8 auspicious treasure beads, wishing you health, longevity, and wishing you peace, and wishing you happiness. We have another one, Quervain from Singapore. Hello, Master. About half years ago, my right hand, I have some pain and some numbness, and I also had some arthritis. And the pain was quite intense. I couldn't even hold things. And my fingers is very much affected. I couldn't do the housework. I couldn't even cut vegetables. Or even when I do any housework, the pain is quite bad. And normally I still have to look after my grandchildren. My grandchild is 11 months. But I felt pain whenever I carry my grandchild. After receiving the Master's live broadcast about the blessing and chanting, I was full of thanks. And I said to myself that I want to follow Master to chant. And when Masters was trying to crack the nuts, I could feel the pain. I feel that the right arms is like being pulled. The top parts of my arms was very painful. And such pain is very difficult to endure. But the funny thing is that after the pain, I felt that my whole arms relaxed. And not only that, my wrist, the pain at my right wrist also disappeared. And this morning, I tried to cut my vegetables, and it was very easy. I will continue to follow Masters. That is a very good sharing. Immediately, it's very effective. Actually, can you imagine, because of the right wrist, the pain, it is quite troublesome. Well, you need your hands to be very mobile in order to fulfill your daily activities. And that's why if one part, whether your arms or your legs, is not good, not flexible, it will affect your life. You will have a lot of obstacles and hindrances even when you go about doing your daily task. Actually, some such pains are not easy to cure. I've come across many people who have such experience. Some who use a lot of computers, who work in the office and use computers. And if they have like such pains in the fingers or numbness of the palms or wrists, it's usually very difficult to endure. That's because they use excessively. And as a result, your muscles overwork. But for her, one time of blessing, she recovered 60%. That's indeed very good news. But you must understand, for us, who is the one that provide us with huge support is none other than the great, magnanimous medicine Buddha. And we wish her to have health and auspiciousness. Thank you, Master. And I want to share someone who recover completely. She said, Masters, yesterday I was infected with COVID for the 6 days, and my nose was completely blocked, and I feel very dizzy. I couldn't even make any noise. My throat was very, very hoarse. But today I can breathe very well, and not only that, I could even make a meal for my family. And tomorrow I'm all ready to go back to work. Well, I think you should actually test yourself to make sure that you are negative before you go back to work. Don't be so excited. Well, I'm very happy that it's effective for you, but you must still follow the protocol. Before you leave the house, just make sure that you do your ART test to make sure that you are really negative before you go to work. Okay, so do not rush to work. Actually, most people, when they have infected with COVID, it is best that they isolate themselves and stay in one place until they fully recover. And when they are ready to come out, they should still do an ART test to make sure that they're completely healed, to make sure that they are tested negative, to make sure that they are negative, the result is negative before they go to work. That's important. Well, but sometimes when you're very happy, you feel that the symptoms have reduced, you feel that you have recovered, you just want to rush out. But I think it's still important for us to be responsible, be socially responsible, and do the test before we head out. So I also have 8 auspicious treasure bits for you, wishing you health, auspiciousness, and longevity. And may everything be smooth for you. And we have another one, Ling Xiulian. She said, Master, I have a daughter who hasn't talked to me for a long time. She gets easily agitated, and every time when they speak to me, she will scream at me. And she has very short-tempered. And most of the time, our conversation don't last for long. After we will have a short conversation, and she'll lock herself in the room. And yesterday night, I followed Masters in the chanting. I also hear that this is important to let Grandmaster JinBodhi to feel my prayers. I just pray that her life can remain normal, to be normalized. So I pray for my family. After I heard that, immediately I thought about my daughter. I seek Master's blessings and protection so that my daughter can be free from darkness and she can chant together with Masters. And this morning, my daughter came to me and said she wanted to drink the soup that I made. She was not angry, and she was very calm when she spoke to me. And during this time, I seek this opportunity to step into my daughter's room to speak to her. I'm so glad that we can now have a proper conversation. I just want to thank Masters for the blessing, for the change in my daughter. Well, she changed completely overnight. Well, even though she may just say something, a simple phrase like, Mom, I just like to drink your soup, that is very pleasing already. She is a very compassionate mom, a very kind mom. So I like to give her two 8 auspicious treasure bits. And I hope that 2 of you will continue this harmonious relationship. What's the name? Ling Xiulian, that's for you. I have 2 of these beads for you, and 1 for you and 1 for your daughter. Wishing you auspiciousness in the family, wishing you health and longevities, and wishing that your daughter will recover soon. Thank you, Masters, for your great blessing. Master, we have another one. And this is a very smart internet friend. She said, Master, yesterday after listening to your blessing, the pain that I have on my right shoulder disappears. In the past, I couldn't lift my arms to touch my left shoulders. Not only that, I also used the plaster to use on my shoulder, and the pain disappears too. She is very smart. So after she received Master's blessing, so she recovered quickly. So she want to make sure that the pain disappears. So she takes some tissues or some pure water. So for her, she used the tissues and she used it on her body.
哦，真好哈！
所以这也是给我们新的可能听到这一场直播的一些新网友。
So I think this is something that we want to teach you how to use some of these blessed items, food, or tissues, or paper towels. They are all very effective because it can help us regain our health. Because Master's energy can protect us and it can transform into our body.
来给这个网友。
Let's have a prize for her.
丹婷，对，
好，丹婷，我送你一颗八宝灵珠，祝你健康长寿。
So we have an 8 auspicious treasure beads for you, and wishing you health, auspiciousness.
这个听到大家哈这么受益的故事哈，其实说实话，我自己呢。 就是我们直播圆满之后啊，昨天哈。
Actually, I hear so many benefits. Actually, after last night's sessions,
我也一直处在为大家加持的状态。
I'm also in a state of mind that's continue to bless everyone.
也不觉得困啊，也不觉得疲劳。
I don't feel tired.
状态。
And I was in that state of mind, and because I feel that I'm able to help you, it's just very good. And I hope that after that, when you watch it again, you too keep receiving the Medicine Buddha's blessing. We capture it on the videos. I'm saying the blessings will continue throughout. So today we will continue to chant, and we will not say unnecessarily. So we just want to start chanting. Before we start chanting, I just want to remind that we can bring some water or even fruits or even some kitchen towels so that we put before the screen and receive the blessing.
都可以给我们起到很好的帮助的作用啊！我们现在就花点时间来准备一下，感恩师父。
那我们准备开始念佛吗
Let's start to chant.
好，那我们准备开始诵念了。天塔红被看见，被看见，马哈被看见，人在沙漠，卡对梭哈，天塔。 红被看见，被看见，马哈被看见，人在沙漠，卡对梭哈，天塔红被看见。 被看见，马哈被看见，人在沙漠，卡对梭哈，天塔红被看见， 贝堪杰，玛哈贝堪杰，兰扎萨摩，卡迪梭哈，殿塔，吽贝堪杰，贝堪杰。玛哈贝堪杰，兰扎萨摩，卡迪梭哈，殿塔，吽贝堪杰，贝堪杰，玛哈贝堪杰。兰扎萨摩，卡迪梭哈，殿塔，吽贝堪杰，贝堪杰，玛哈贝堪杰，兰扎萨摩。卡迪梭哈，殿塔，吽贝堪杰，贝堪杰，玛哈贝堪杰，兰扎萨摩，卡迪梭哈。殿塔，吽贝堪杰，贝堪杰，玛哈贝堪杰，兰扎萨摩，卡迪梭哈，殿塔。吽贝堪杰，贝堪杰，玛哈贝堪杰，兰扎萨摩，卡迪梭哈，殿塔，吽贝堪杰。贝堪杰，玛哈贝堪杰，兰扎萨摩，卡迪梭哈，殿塔，吽贝堪杰，贝堪杰。玛哈贝堪杰，兰扎萨摩，卡迪梭哈，殿塔，吽贝堪杰，贝堪杰，玛哈贝堪杰。兰扎萨摩，卡迪梭哈，殿塔，吽贝堪杰，贝堪杰，玛哈贝堪杰，兰扎萨摩。卡迪梭哈，殿塔，吽贝堪杰，贝堪杰，玛哈贝堪杰，兰扎萨摩，卡迪梭哈。 莲塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈莲塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈莲塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈莲塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩
用我们最大的恭敬
With our greatest
最大的
gratitude
虔诚心
and sincerity,
来祈请
let
大
us
慈
pray
大悲
for the most compassionate Medicine Buddha,
来祈请金菩提
to
宗
pray
师
for the blessing of Grandmaster JinBodhi,
让佛光照
may
耀到一
Buddha's
切
illumination
正在受苦
illumination
的人，
illuminate all. They are now suffering,
正在受新冠病毒
for all they are suffering from
折磨的
COVID,
人，正在受暴雪、洪
and
灾、
all who
地
suffer
震、
from flood,
战争、
from blizzard,
受苦
from
受难
war.
的人们。 用我们的真诚
With our utmost sincerity
祈请佛
and
光
gratitude,
照耀整个世界，
may Buddhas illuminate the entire
愿世
world,
界和平、
and the world
风调雨顺，
can gain peace
每一个人
and harmony,
都健康、
and everyone
平安、
be safe,
幸
to have
福的
good
生
health,
活。
and lead a happy life.
用我们的感恩，真诚的感恩，
With our
佛陀
sincere
和师父的
gratitude
加持护佑，
to pray for
让我们
Buddhas
早
and
日
Master's blessing.
远离病苦、
May us be
烦
free
恼，
from pain, from suffering, from trouble and obstacles.
让我的心更柔软一点，
May our heart be more soft and
让我
gentle.
的心更慈悲一些，
May my heart be kinder and more compassionate.
让我的心更宽阔一点，
May my heart be more broad and magnanimous.
我不仅为我自己祈请，
Not only am I
为我的
praying
家人
for
来祈
myself,
请，
for my family and
还为
loved
很
ones,
多素昧平
I
生的
pray
人
for
在
many
祈请，
who are strangers to me.
希望众生
I pray
都
so that
健
all
康、
beings can
长寿、
attain health, can
平
attain
安、
longevity,
吉祥、
peace,
幸
and
福。
auspiciousness.
恭敬的念诵，虔
Chant
诚的念诵。
sincerely,
如果因为患病
with deep
不能
respect.
发出声音，
If you're
让我们
currently
就
suffering
保
from
持
your
恭敬
illness
虔诚的心
and you
念，
can't chant
在
loudly,
心中
maintain
默默
your
念诵，
sincerity.
要师父心
Chant
咒
in，silence. Chant deep in your heart.
兰扎萨摩 电塔红贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨姆卡迪梭哈电塔红贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨姆卡迪梭哈电塔红贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨姆卡迪梭哈电塔红贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨姆卡迪梭哈电塔红贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨姆卡迪梭哈电塔红贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨姆卡迪梭哈电塔红贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨姆卡迪梭哈电塔红贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨姆卡迪梭哈电塔红贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨姆卡迪梭哈电塔红贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨姆卡迪梭哈电塔红贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨姆卡迪梭哈电塔红贝堪则贝堪则 Mahapekanze Lanza Samu Kade Soha Dien Ta Hong Bekanze Bekanze Mahapekanze Lanza Samu Kade Soha Dien Ta Hong Bekanze Bekanze Mahapekanze Lanza Samu Kade Soha Dien Ta Hong Bekanze Bekanze Mahapekanze Lanza Samu Kade Soha Dien Ta Hong Bekanze Bekanze Mahapekanze Lanza Samu Kade Soha Dien Ta Hong Bekanze Bekanze Mahapekanze Lanza Samu Kade Soha Dien Ta Hong Bekanze Bekanze Mahapekanze Lanza Samu Kade Soha Dien Ta Hong Bekanze Bekanze Mahapekanze Lanza Samu Kade Soha Dien Ta Hong Bekanze Bekanze Mahapekanze Lanza Samu Kade Soha Dien Ta Hong Bekanze Bekanze Mahapekanze Lanza Samu Kade Soha Dien Ta Hong Bekanze Bekanze Mahapekanze Lanza Samu Kade Soha Dien Ta Hong Bekanze Bekanze Mahapekanze Lanza Samu Kade Soha Dien Ta Hong 贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈殿塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈殿塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈殿塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈殿塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈殿塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈殿塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈殿塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈殿塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈殿塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈殿塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈殿塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈 电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩卡迪梭哈电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩 嘎对梭哈，电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈，电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈，电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈，电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈，电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈，电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈，电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈，电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈，电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈，电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈，电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则兰扎萨摩嘎对梭哈，电塔吽贝堪则贝堪则玛哈贝堪则 za sa mo ga de so ha dian ta hong bei kan ze bei kan ze ma ha bei kan ze lan za sa mo ga de so ha dian ta hong bei kan ze bei kan ze ma ha bei kan ze lan za sa mo ga de so ha dian ta hong bei kan ze bei kan ze ma ha bei kan ze lan za sa mo ga de so ha dian ta hong bei kan ze bei kan ze ma ha bei kan ze lan za sa mo ga de so ha dian ta hong bei kan ze bei kan ze ma ha bei kan ze lan za sa mo ga de so ha dian ta hong bei kan ze bei kan ze ma ha bei kan ze lan za sa mo ga de so ha dian ta hong bei kan ze bei kan ze ma ha bei kan ze lan za sa mo ga de so ha dian ta hong bei kan ze bei kan ze ma ha bei kan ze lan za sa mo ga de so ha dian ta
大家都念得非常的真诚，
All of you
非常
chant
投入
very sincerely and very
我
attentive.
们继续让自己的身心
Let's continue to allow
保持
our
在这
body
样一种
to be in
放
such a
松
state, a
真
relaxed
诚的
state.
状态中。
Let's continue to chant sincerely.
接下来，我们会祈请金菩提宗师为大家做吉祥的大加持。
Now we
此
seek
时，
Master JinBodhi
无论
for
我们
his
心
blessing.
中盼望
It
着
doesn't matter what's in your
疾
mind.
病的消失，
Maybe it's about
让我们
getting
的身
rid
体
of
健康
disease
起来，
so that we can gain our health,
让我们在生活中遇到的种种
or
烦
to
恼
help us clear
也远
the
离我们。
obstacles in our life.
不幸遭遇到邪气、邪灵，
or to
侵
clear
扰的
off or ward off evils.
让我们能够光明起来。
Let us regain our illumination.
家里的夫妻如果有不和睦，
If there is
经常
trouble
拌
relationships
嘴，
with our
争吵，
partner or with
希
our
望师
loved
父
ones
加
at
持
home or in the family,
让我们和睦
may
起
we
来。
seek Master's blessing so that we can once
我
again
们盼望着
regain harmony.
父母亲长寿，
Let us also seek
吉祥的
longevities for our parents. Let
我们
us
盼望
chant for
着
auspiciousness for our
子女
parents. Let
孝
us
顺
hope that our children
走
will
正
be
道
filial and
能
on
够
the right
成才
path,
的。
and they will have lead a
我
very
们
successful
还有
life.
盼望着，希望有人爱的，
And for those who seek love, may your
盼望
wish be
着
fulfilled.
不顺的运气远
For
离，
those who suffer
运气
from
能够越来
misfortune,
越好的。
may you have a change
也
of
希
fortune.
望
May you gain
本
good
来
luck.
工作中
For
老
those
板、
who
上
have
司还看
issue
不顺眼的，
at work,
经常找茬的，
maybe it's a form
我
of
们在工作
bad
中
relationship
也
with
能
your
越
boss
来
or
越
your
顺利起
superior.
来。
Let's pray that we have better relationship in our office.
无论现在我们可能还有一些不顺利，
Maybe we still have some
或
obstacles,
者还被疾
or
病
we may
缠绕
even，be filled with some sickness and disease, or we are currently
我们
suffering.
都要用最
Let
恭
us
敬
with
和虔
use our
诚的
most
心
sincere heart
来祈请
to chant
尊贵的
and
金
pray
菩提宗师
for the
给
blessings
予
of
我们
Grandmaster
吉
JinBodhi.
祥的大加持，让我们离苦得
Let
乐
us，be free
健
from
康
pain
平
and
安，
suffering. Let us be
用
liberated
最真诚的心、
with utmost
最
sincerity.
虔诚的心来恭请金菩
Let
提
us seek
宗
Grandmaster
师
JinBodhi's
做
compassionate
大加持。
blessing.
我希望将药师佛的伟大的佛力
I hope to
和一
bestow
切
you
众
with
神
the
加持
power
之力，
of
消除
medicine Buddhas.
一切有缘人的一切疾病，
Let us free.
立刻
Let
恢
us
复
be
健
free
康，
from disease and obstacles.
让一切习气
May all evil
瞬间
energy
远离，
be
永不再
dispersed
来，
immediately.
让一切疼痛
Let all the
立
pain,
刻消失，
let all the pain
让一切痛
disappears,
苦立刻化为甘甜。
so that the pain and suffering can disperse immediately.
Hong Bei Kan
恭敬、感恩
With
尊贵的
sincerity
金菩提宗
and
师
deep respect, we thank Grandmaster
给予我们
JinBodhi
如此大的吉祥
for
加持，
providing us with such auspicious energy blessing.
无比的殊胜。现在，我们
And
每一
now,
个人
every one of us,
疾病都消失了，
our disease disappears.
邪气远离了我们，
Evil, we are free from evil
家庭中的障碍
energy.
不见了，
And the obstacles that we face at home
我们
disappears
的
as well.
亲人的关系、父
Our
母的关系
relationship、with our
子
loved
女的
ones,
关系
with our
越来越
parents,
融洽了。
with our children becomes better and more amiable.
我们在工作中的障碍也
The
将消
obstacles
失，
that we face at our workplace disappears as
我们
well
的事
too.
业将如虎添翼。
Our career will become more successful.
我们即将迎来
Very soon,
未来的姻缘，
we will be
我们也会有
receiving new
可
relationships.
爱孝顺的子女。
We will have filial children
经过师父的大加持，
after Master Great Energy
原来
Blessing.
有病的网友，
Those
疾
who
病
are
的网
sick,
友，你们的疾病
your
就
sickness
要
and
已
disease
经
will
健
start
康起来了，
to
疾病
disappear.
全都消失了。
You will regain your health very
而原
soon.
先就身体健康的网友们，
And for
经
those
过了加
who
持，
are
必将
enjoying health,
天福
you
增
will
寿，
definitely
如
enjoy
意吉
added
祥。
great fortune, success, and auspiciousness.
用我们最大的恭敬和感恩，
With our greatest
感恩我们
gratitude
尊贵的师父
and sincerity,
这样
let's
的付
thank
出，
our
赐福
masters for blessing us
感恩我们的
with
师
great
父
blessing.
给这世间
We thank
带来
masters
最吉祥
for
能量的
bringing
加持，
auspicious energy all around the world.
在我的内心，
Deep in
唯
my
有留
heart,
下的
what's
就是
left
深深的感动，
is just deep gratitude.
深深的感恩。
I'm full of thanks to Master.
每一个透
Everyone,
明、明亮的我们，
everyone becomes
越
bright,
来越快乐。
clear,
越
and
来越幸
transparent.
福。
We become happier.
我们现在
We become
可
more
以睁开眼
auspicious.
睛，
We can now open our eyes,
睁开眼睛，
open our eyes
感受一下
to feel
最温暖的佛光，
the
还在
warmth
照耀
of
着我
Buddha
们，
lights illuminating us all
来自
over.
于师父最温暖的加持，
And
最
this
博大的
warmth
爱
is from Master's
在浸
most
润着我们。
compassionate blessing, and this energy
我们
entering
现在
our
开始
body.
开始收
And
工，
now let's do
来
completion
让我们受到
exercise
加持的能量
so that the energy
更
that we
巩固。
receive can be more
我
secured
们来
within
享
us.
受这收工
So
的过
let's
程。
now enjoy the closing exercise.
现在我们开始收工了。搓搓手，把手搓热、搓烫，搓搓脸，双手从下巴到额头，再到脸颊，似哀非哀。再把手搓热、搓烫，干梳头，将食指岔开，指肚适当的用力，手指从前发际梳理到后发际，
From forehead to the back of the neck.
搓搓手，
Rub your palms.
由上而下
Pat your entire
拍
body
打
from
全
top
身，
to bottom.
先拍打头
Pat your
部，
head firmly with relaxed
两
wrists.
手手腕放松，在松静的状
Do
态
it
下，
calmly.
适当用力拍打。拍打左
Pat your
肩，
left shoulder.
再拍打
Then
右
pat
肩，
your right shoulder.
接着拍打前
Continue to
胸，
pat your chest.
再拍打
Then pat
左
your left
边
armpit
腋下肋
down
下
to，the side of your rib cage.
换右侧，
Switch to the right.
拍打右边腋
Pat your
下
right
肋
armpit
下。
down to the side of your rib cage.
接着拍
Next,
打
pat your
腹部，
abdomen with relaxed
双
hands.
手放松拍打，慢慢起
Please
身，
stand up slowly.
现
Pat down from the front of your thighs, knees, shins, ankles, and tops of your feet.
脚背
Gently pat the lower back.
往下拍打
Down to
臀
the
部
buttocks.
按顺序
Down to the
再
back of
向
your
下
thigh.
拍打大腿后侧、膝盖后侧、小腿后侧、
Calves,
脚
ankles,
踝、
and
脚
heels.
跟。继续拍打
Continue to pat
两
the
腿的
inside and
内侧
outside of your
和外
legs.
侧。先拍打左腿，
Start with your left legs.
两手腕放松，
Relax your wrists
稍微用
and
力，
pat with
由
slight
上
force.
而下拍打。再拍打右
Then
腿，
pat your right leg.
继续拍打
Continue
两
to
手
pat
臂，
your arms.
先拍打左手
Start with your
臂，
left arm.
再拍打
Then
右手
pat
臂
your，right arm.
全身拍
After
打完
patting your
之后，
entire body,
搓搓手，
rub your palms.
再轻轻地
Gently massage
按
your
摩
whole
全
body
身，双手四
without
来
actually
飞来
touching it.
观想，
Visualize
将
that
我
you're
们
gently
刚
sweeping
刚
away
拍
the
打出来
dust
的灰
and
尘
worries.
轻轻扫掉，扫除烦恼。我们变得
You are
健
becoming
康、
healthy
快乐，
and happy.
同时意
At the
念
same time, think,
收
I'm closing this meditation practice.
收收。
感
Once again,
恩师父
we thank Grandmaster JinBodhi for providing us such an auspicious energy blessing. I'm sure all of us now receive Master's auspicious energy blessing. And once again, I want to remind our internet friends, if you have time, do watch it one more time. Every time when you watch it, you will once again gain more energy blessing. It doesn't matter where you are, which part of the world you are, you will receive similar energy blessing. We have seen some message from our friends from the internet. We have a very interesting sharing. Xiao Xiao said, "Thank you, masters. My parents both have COVID in the last few days. They have sore throat and they kept drinking master's blessing, blessed Pu-erh tea. They only have the fever for a night, and the next day the fever disappears. But they have loss of appetite. They haven't been eating for the last 2 days. So I seek master's blessing, and on that night, I dreamt of masters bringing teachers to come to my house. Master even hugged my dad. And after hugging my dad's illness disappears. It was very auspicious. And the very next day, my dad was able to take his meal. Right now, my parents just suffer from slight sore throat. Thank you, Master, for your auspicious blessing so that my parents have regained their health. She is a very filial girl.
这个真好哈。
That is great sharing. I just feel that she has Pu-erh tea as a meal, and as a result of that, the change happens.
这个确实是这样子啊。
That is indeed the case.
是
I think at a point in time, even to take the medications, they still need to await time before they can fully recover. But I think Xiao Xiao is a very filial daughter. She thought about this and she recommends Pu-erh tea to the parents, and after drinking the Pu-erh tea, the parents regain their health much faster. Indeed, this JinBodhi Zen tea aged Pu-erh tea is something that you can drink on a daily basis to be blessed by Master. Let's give her a prize. So I have an 8 auspicious treasure bits for you. That's a great dreams, a very auspicious dreams, and the auspicious dreams also bring forth good fortune to you and your family. So I just want to remind you that during this period, if you feel that you're uncomfortable or you're discomfort, well, you may just want to make yourself some Pu-erh tea, because this Pu-erh tea has been kept for many years. I remind you before that there is some medicinal value in this Pu-erh tea. There's a whole process of making the Pu-erh tea. And it starts from a fresh leaves and eventually it becomes compressed into a cake. It is like a tea cake. The whole entire process, you need many, it's about 10 over stages. And in the process, the caffeine actually reduced quite significantly. And not only that, the whole process is very scientific. In the past, in ancient times, about 2,000 years ago, in Qinghai, Tibet area, or even Sichuan's Aba area, there are a lot of people who consume a lot of meat. That's because they don't have a lot of vegetables in their regions. So what do? What do they drink? They drink Pu-erh tea. It is not called Pu-erh tea, but it is a similar type of similar tea. What they do is that they make it into block, because that's easy to consume, that's easy to store. Because when they travel from one location to the other locations, loose teas will be difficult to carry along, and that's why they compress it into a block. Some may ask, why don't we make it into a square? The reason is that when you put a square, there will have no space for it to breathe. And when you create it in a circle, compress it in a circular cake, there are actually a lot of space, and the space will allow the tea cake to breathe, so that it can age better. So the process of allowing it to breathe, it doesn't matter where you put it. You can put any parts of the world. It is going through an oxidation process, and it's allowed the interactions of the atmospheric air, and in the process, it allows an exchange of air interactions, and these interactions will allow it to continue the process. So it is a little like antique. So because the Pu-erh tea is a type of dried leaves, say for example, you put it for 5 years, and it's different from the new tea. When you drink it, you will find that the new Pu-erh tea will not have this aroma. If you keep it for more than 10 years, this Pu-erh tea, when you drink it, what does it feel? There is this fragrance and there's this taste of sweetness. If it's kept more than 15 or 20 years, it will be a joy to drink it. And that's why a lot of ancient people, they actually invite people to drink tea. So they have this tea comparison. They enjoy and they invite friends or tea lovers to come together to drink and enjoy aged tea. But why is it that people like to drink tea? Because it's a little bit like drinking cigarettes. Because is it a strange actions? No. Actually, if you drink tea regularly, it will actually help with your health. Like what Master says earlier, that the places like Tibet or the certain parts of the areas that they consume a lot of meat, when you drink Pu-erh tea, it actually helps because it helps in digestions. It helps in digestions, and it helps in breaking down the food substance, and it helps to prevent constipations. Not only that, it helps to clear off the fatty acids in our bloodstreams. So for people who consume a lot of meat, it is important that you drink some Pu-erh tea regularly because that will help in the digestions and the absorptions at the same time, getting rid of the fats within the bloodstreams. So it's a way of helping us cleanse our bloodstreams and our blood vessels. I still remember when I was in Tibet, I drank a lot of milk tea. You can feel that the entire body, that's this flow, smooth flowing. When I try to recommend milk tea that I drank in Tibet to people in the lower ground, they am not sure whether they like the tea. That's because we added some butter. So it is a very intense type of milk, and it's a little bit like it has a very strong taste, the milk taste. So this milk tea has its own special aroma. Actually, the person drank with me, this youngster drank with me for half days. That's because after drinking a few pots of milk tea, he felt that his entire body clear up when he see me. Actually, he has something to ask me. Actually, he has some issues. He actually suffering from some throat infections. He couldn't talk very well, and he was coughing, some discomfort in the throat. He couldn't even turn his neck. He thought about me. When will he think about me? When he feels some physical discomfort. So he actually tried to invite me for a meal. And when he came, I actually make some tea for him. And after he drank my milk tea, he said, "Master, your tea is good tea." Well, and I actually invited him and make some brick teas for him. That's because a lot of disciples actually offer such brick teas to my master. And after he drank it, the way he described it was that it is like all the pores in the hair and all the way through to the legs. I could feel the perspiration. So which means that the help in the circulations. When he turned back, he didn't even have to move his leg. He could move freely. His neck could move freely just by drinking my tea. That happens many years ago. It's probably like 30 years ago. Actually, Master, now, many of our internet friends, if they are having some difficulty to perspire or if they cannot find the medications, well, if you want to prevent superflu, because superflu is relating to your respiration, so you have the same method. The first method is that you want to perspire. You want to perspire. So if you are able to perspire, you will recover faster. And second, it will affect your throat. Because you always find that you wanted to cough.
我们有咳嗽的这个行为呢，
We know that when we
是
cough,
人类的那个电脑侦测之后，
that's because in our mind we could sense it, and that's why we know that we need to cough it
可
out.
疑分子
So they find that by
咳嗽
coughing out,
这个喷气
it
什么呢
helps the process
就
of
把一
that.
些
It helps to
被
get
怀疑的
rid
那
of
些东西给排
the
出来，
virus or
是
bacteria
这个原因。
out
打
of
喷嚏也一
body.
个道理，
And when
打
we
喷嚏也是一
sneeze,
种自我保护，
it is exactly
咳
the
嗽也
same.
是。
It is a form of
这就
self-protection,
把它
same
排出来。
as when you
但
cough.
是总咳呢，
But if you
这
cough
里头有严重
continuously,
的，
it
因为
is
咳的
not
这个
good
行为
because
或者
the
被
action
感染这个
itself
过程，
or
你的
the
呼吸道
process
或者
of
肺有
infections,
了炎症，
it is your
所
lungs,
以你让
your
炎症要
lungs
好。
that's infected.
所以我们这种感冒或
So
者超
when
级
you
感冒，
have a flu
治
or
疗
when
的
there's a
程序是
super
一样。
flu, the process
我
to
现在给
treat
大家
it
说的
is
是
the
防
same.
范哈，
I'm
简
just
单说一点
telling,
防
I'm
范。
just teaching you a
那就是
preventive
你首
method.
先尽量的要做到
Firstly,
自己
what you need to
没有
do
拖着一
is
个
to
疲
make
劳
sure
的身
that
体。
you are not tired. So you must
对，
prevent yourself
你
from
们俩
being
说说，你
from
们感
being
觉
too tired.
你感觉疲劳是有什么样的一种现象？
So what are the symptoms if you are too tired? Maybe the whole body feels very
沉
heavy,
重，
very
容易
tired,
犯
you
困，
want to
白
sleep
天晚上，
daytime
如果是
or
晚上
night.
就好了，是吧？
Well, it's the
关键
daytime.
白
During
天
the daytime, you want to
要
sleep,
干
you
活
want
的
to
时候
take a
困
nap. That's very problematic when it's time for you to work. You actually want to sleep. It's better that you want to sleep when you at night. And also, it may affect your. You may have body heat. Your eyes may
干
not be
涩和
clear.
模糊，
And you
好
find
像
that
视力一
you
下退
get
化
dry
了似的。
eyes and your
看东西看不
vision
清。
is affected.
发红的话就更严重一点。
Sometimes you may even
对，
have red
这
eyes.
是视力
But
问题。
if you have the symptoms, that's more serious.
有的时候
Sometimes your
可能就是
ears
觉得身
may
体比较
be
弱的时候耳
when you're
鸣，
weak.
还耳鸣，
You may
啊
have
有时候微微
difficulties
响，
耳
in
朵
hearing
就是嗡
clearly.
嗡嗡的，有的时候
还有的时候
Or
耳朵像
sometimes there may be
现
some
在坐那快
sound.
速电梯一样，
对，
Or
突
you're
然之
like
间，哎，
taking,
声音突然变小
you may
了，
have blocked ears
使劲张张
It's
嘴，
like
之
taking
后
an
声音变
airplane
大。
对。
when there's
还有
extreme
还有
pressure.
我觉得是容易皮肤上长痘痘、发痘
And I
痘。
think another
长
symptoms
包
is that
长
you
包那
may
种，这
have
是一种
some
上火的
pimples.
表现。
哎，
Some
对，
pimples
如
on
果
your
是这样的
face.
话呢，
Yes,
来自
indeed.
于这
And
个
if
疲
that's
劳
the case,
和
that's
操劳
because
的呢，
of
对
长
you
口
work
疮，
excessively
就
and
是
you are
舌头
too
上长白
tired.
苔，
对
And there may be a
你
layer
找个
of
图
white
片哈，
substance on
长
your
口疮那
tongue.
个舌头长白的青苔，不是，
厚舌苔
A
舌
very
苔
thick
苔
layers
对，白色
of
的厚
white
厚的
substance
哈。
on your
还有
tongue.
就是
That's
口
also a
气也会
sign.
很重，
会
就是
And
有点
another
臭味
symptoms
对
is
会
that
嘴巴里
臭了。
一张嘴
there's
就
you have bad
而
breath.
且疲劳还有乏的时候，也容易引起便秘。然后
And
这
for
个
some
排尿也
people,
是很
they
臭的
also
但是
have
都很难受
constipations
对
and
女
difficulties
士还
to
容易得
urine
尿
to
路感
to
染，
urinate.
是
疲劳的时候，
这都是免疫力降
These
低的
are all
一种表
because
现。其实你免疫力降
the
低的话，
immune
浑身各方
systems
面都会
has
就会
been
起问
weakened.
题出
就说
来。
起排尿
And
了，
when
我
it's
觉得有的
weakened,
时
it
候
will
可能本来
affect
不
the
夜尿的，
overall
但是可能就会有
excretion
夜尿了，就是
哎
疲劳的时候。
对，
嗯，
小便次数变多，
And for some, they may need to wake up at
能
night
量
several
非常
times to
亏缺
pass
之后呢
urine.
就是总想去小便，
And
但
if,
是
when it
因为好
becomes
像
a
尿不出
habit,
几
they
滴
may
来，
want to go to the
好像
toilet
是
总想
all the
去
time.
对，
尿不干净，
稍微喝点
对
水就得上
Or
厕
every
所。
time they
哎
drink
对
some water, they
哎这
need to
都
go
是
to the
叫做
toilet.
我们这个中医讲哈，你的元气哈，
And that's
元气统
if
治
we
不
base
了
on
你
the
的五脏
Chinese
六腑。
physicians, the
哎
way that
就
they
是吃了东
diagnose
西
it is
就
that
想
you
拉，
lack
哎，好像
energy.
拉不出来，因为没有能
Your
量，
core
想
energy is
尿
weak.
尿不出来，但是还总是让你有感觉，总想去，是吧？
Actually, you don't really have
哎
that
这
much
些都
urine
是
to
能量
pass,
低下。
对，
but
还有一个
somehow
蛮
there's this
显著
signal
的
that
就
sent
是
to your
表
brain
现
that you
就是
need to
你老
continuously
想
go
睡
to
嘛，
the
刚才
toilet
孔医师也
frequently
讲，
to
就是你
pass
老觉得
urine.
困，你老想睡，你睡
And for
呢也
some,
睡得不
they
少，可是
always
起来
feel
怎么还
very
是酸
tired.
痛浑身，就
And
觉得
although
好
they
像睡
nap
不醒，
after
解
the
乏
nap,
不解乏，
it
就是
doesn't
睡不
feel
醒
like
就是醒
they
来之
have
后
been
没有真醒，
rejuvenated.
就这种
They
感
still
觉，
feel
就是觉
tired.
得还是昏昏沉沉的那样子。
还就
没有
是能量
轻松
匮乏哈。
And that's
对
also a
所以
sign
当我
of
们这种疲
lack
劳
of
和能量
energy.
匮乏明显的时候啊，哈，
So
以上我
when
们讲的
these
这些
are
现
very
象的话，
obvious,
就
when
说
you
明
have
你已经
these
很疲劳
symptoms,
了。
it just indicates that you are actually very
我们刚说了
tired. So
对
what
要
should
饮
you
用普
do?
洱茶，这
You
个大
should
红，
consume
我
some
是建议啊，
energy.
一定
You
要
should
把它
consume
煮
some
的热
Pu-erh
热
tea.
的，哎，
I
然
think you
后
should
趁
drink it
热
when it's
喝。
hot.
尤其是选那个 菩提云端那个高级普洱茶，
especially if you
我
can
们放
pick
了10几年哈。
是
the
那个特别好
H Pu-erh
好
tea,
香啊！
师傅是不是
and
咱
we
们
have
喝
kept
上这
it
2
for
大
many
壶普洱
years.
茶，就让他那个出身大汗，
So
从头
after we
到
drink the
身
H
体一直
Pu-erh
到
tea,
脚都
we
热
will
热的，出
perspire.
了汗之后，
And after
对，
we
就可以让
perspire,
这些病毒啊、
a lot of
病
these
气呀，就
disease,
从我们
a
的
lot
身
of
体里给它
this
宣发出来
sickness
呀，就透
will
了哈。
sort of evaporates from our body and will
所以
gain our
它
health
类似的
back.
呢，还有台湾老茶，
And not only
但
that,
是
we
台湾
also
老茶
have
它
an
里头
aged
是有那
Taiwan
个
tea.
咖啡因会多一点，比我的普洱茶会多一点。
But the caffeine
对，
level
但是
in the
这个也
Taiwan
是
H tea is slightly
有
higher
类似的作用。
than the Pu-erh tea.
喝上一大壶，哎呦，东
What
方
is
美人
this?
茶，这个
We
我特
have
别
this
爱。
Oriental
啊，
beauty
养
tea.
颜啊，
It
润
helps
肺。
with beauty
哎，
and
这个东
nourish
方美
the
人茶
lungs.
哈，
So
这是
that's
当年的
Oriental
英女王
beauty
起的
tea.
名字哈，
It's a
特别
great
好
name, isn't it?
是很
也是
好喝。
败火的茶。
So it is also
喝上
clear
我
the
们菩
body
提的
heat.
普洱茶、
So
东
we
方
have
美人
many
茶，
good
还有
teas
台湾老茶。
in
我们的网友啊，就是在你还
So
没
many
有
of our
感
internet
染疫
friends,
情、没有发病之
before
前，
you
先让
become
全身
sick,
这个透
you
一
just
下
want to
啊，
make
这
sure
个
that
透
your
透
body
亮一下，就是
is
啊，
free
从
from.
头到脚
So
的
you
这样
want to
通
make
畅
sure
一下
that，your head
发
all the
出一
way
身大
down,
汗，哎，
you will
这个对
be
我们
you
的
will
提高我
perspire,
们的身体
and
的
that
抵抗
will
能力还
help
是很有
to
作用
build your
的。
immunity.
这个茶它本身呢，是
The
除了
tea
解腻之
itself
外哈，它还有它偏
It
这
has
个
its own
中国某些地区的
some
植物
specific
的微量元
region
素
of
啊，
China,
空
there are
气
some
和土
substance,
壤的微量元
localized
素，
substance
它来
that's
这样
from
混
the
合的对
soil,
人体的作用
and it has
啊
some，
对于降
positive
三高
effects
哈
on our
也
body.
都是非常
It
非
may
常的有作
actually
用。
helps to reduce
哎，
high
我们把这
cholesterol
个
or
我
high
们菩
blood
提的宝贝
pressure.
好好的用起来，
So
妙
these
用。
are all good
这真是
treasures
个好东西。
是
and
对
that we have, and
是
it's important
前
for
天有
you
个
to
网友给
consider
我来
using
信，
them.
他就说
2 days
啊
ago,
刚
one
刚
of
中
our
招，
online friends
他
wrote to
呢
me
他说
and
这次来
shared
特别
that
猛，
this
他
time
是在国
the
内哈，
pandemic is very serious
哎
because in
山东
China,
的
the person
完
is
了
in
之后
China.
啊，他一弄全村儿好像全中招了，
It's like the entire
被人
village
吓坏了，特别猛，就是一
are
天的时间就
infected
感觉
with
到就这样
disease
全岛上。
within one day.
他呢就
So for him,
当急的时候想不起招来，
so he have no other
幸亏他
methods.
存了几块
So luckily,
咱们这个
he
普洱
kept
茶，
some Pu-erh tea,
煮茶
some
喝
Pu-erh
给
H
全家
tea,
人。
and he
对
boiled the tea to be
如果按现
consumed
在
by
算
his
的话，应该
family.
他已经10天了。
I think it's been 10 days
是不
since he
是
got
他那个
infected.
有个弟弟啊，已经可以上班去了。
His brother
他
can
已经
now
没事了。
resume his work.
他就说：“师
He
傅，给
has
大家
healed
推荐喝普洱
completely,
茶吧。”
and he
所以我
shared
给他
with
推荐
me
一
that,
下
Master, I want to recommend this Pu-erh tea to more people
对
because it's
还
very
有呢，其
effective.
实大家不要等得特别疲劳哈
And。what's important
还
is
通过
that
一
do
些
not
饮
wait
食的
until
调整，
you're very
是吧
tired, then you
你
start
感
to
觉你上
consume.
火，
Well,
尤其
the
是年轻
moment
人
that you
哈，
feel your
啊
body
什么
heats,
看电影、看电视剧，
or
尤
like
其
some of the
是
youngsters,
还熬
they
夜，
may
吃了
watch
火锅再熬夜，
TVs
是
or
吧？
movies
吃个火
late to
锅
the night,
完了吃个方
or
便
if
面，
they
本
may
来不能
have
吃辣的，里面
some
为了逗着人
spicy
吃啊
noodles,
那全是辣的，
是
是吧？又
it
香又
will
辣，
cause body
你看
heat.
吃了就上火，是吧？哎，所以很多年轻人啊，
So
脸上
actually,
长
a
了
lot of
满脸包，
youngsters,
是不
as
是
a
啊？
result of that,
那你
they
不是
have
缺少
pimples
喝
growing over
你
their
妈做的
face.
粥，
That's
是
because
不是
they
啊？
don't
你
eat
奶奶炒的
enough
菜，
of the
尤其是
porridge
北
that
方的
made by
炖
their
菜
mom,
哈，哎，你看
especially
那个什么白
the
菜炖萝卜，
the cabbage,
白菜
especially
炖豆腐，
cabbage or radish,
那清新明目，再喝点儿
make boiled
再
cabbage
喝点儿那
and
个
boiled radish in the north.
绿豆加大米，或者
And
绿豆
if they
加小
can
米
drink some
熬的粥，
green bean teas,
这个
green
东西啊
beans plus
我觉得就是
rice in the
就
porridge,
是就是流动的人参啊，
I
对，
think
特
this
别
will
好，又不
help
上火，
because
它
it
就
will
治
help your
上火的，
body.
对，
它能让你的肠胃啊协调起来。
It will allow
你说
your
你上火吧，
your
你好
intestines
好的喝上
to
2大碗
be
粥，
to be
哎
healthier.
去吃你能喝几碗啊？这新加坡人不喝2碗哈，多大的碗？这么大，
How many can you drink? 2 bowl?
这还像男人哈，这么大，他举着
Wow,
像小
that's
锅
a
似的
huge
哈
bowl. It's like a man.
够男人啊，这就不上火了哈。
So So you will
喝上2大碗
you
粥
will clear
之后哈，
you will
你觉得没啥
clear
了
your
不
body
起的。
heat.
有的人奶奶熬的粥呢，比较稠一些，
Some
有的比较
porridge
稀一些，但是
maybe
都
a
管
little
用，
bit more
是吧？
will
尤其
be.
是我觉得那个北方那个炖
I
菜
think the
哈，
north
不光
when
是
they
你们东
boil
北
the
人炖
vegetables,
菜，
it doesn't matter
我
whether
们
you're
河北人也
north or
炖菜
not.
的，
There are a lot of people
不
they
管
like
是
to
白菜炖
eat
萝卜和
boiled
萝卜炖白
vegetables
菜
type,
还一样，
or
还
they
是
steam the
白菜
vegetables.
炖啥都行哈。
cabbage can combine with different type, be it radish or even with potatoes. And you make it like a soup dish, and you add a lot more water,
哦，你来它一大碗，
and it
但是不能
becomes
咸
the
哈
whole。bowl.
它和普洱茶
And
有
let me
类似的
tell
功
you,
效。
they are similar to Pu-erh
哦
tea.
立刻你舌头
Immediately,
上的泡、脸上的
you will
包
find that your
要爆发了
pimples
火
will
山
subside.
降下来。
就降下
It will
来了。
clear. It will actually
特别
break
好。
down the body heat.
啊
Very, very
如
effective.
果按
You
现
should
在来
try
吃
it.
法的话，再吃点儿西洋大芹菜杆儿，
对，
生的，咔
If
哧
you
咔
take
哧，
some
是吧？但是
raw
不要抹酱，
celeries
因
without
为北方
adding
大
any
酱是
stuff,
盐腌出
有
来的，
点咸。
and
它容易
don't add
让
spice. Don't
对
add
容易咳
because
嗽。
sometimes the
所
spice
以怎
is
么办呢？
actually has some heat
用
within
口
it.
水蘸一下就行了。
So you just
干
just take
吃
it
在
fresh.
青菜之中干吃能吃出清香来，这叫本事啊！
If you're able
对吧？
to take
或者
fresh
放一些根本不
vegetables,
咸的酱。
and
是
if you want to
对。
add some sauce, add some sauce that are
哎
not
你说
salty.
败火的青菜还有啥呀？
So what type of vegetables can
小白
reduce
菜就
body
是败
heat?
火的，就是可以凉拌小白菜，就是白色的那
我觉得
样的白菜。
对清凉的还是绿豆很好，就是
I think
熬粥
green
啊
bean
或
is
者
very
绿豆
good.
汤、绿豆
We
百
can
合
make
百合
into
也是一个败火的非
we
常
can
好
make
的
it
一个
into
我在温哥
porridge.
华呢，我
That's
经常
very
吃那
good.
个在水里焯一下的那个青的那个西兰花，
哦
In
青绿色的
Vancouver,
是
I
西兰花
actually take
也是
broccoli
可以啊，
and gently
放一点
you
儿
boil it and then
酱
you
油
you
就
just
可以了。
you just
是
eat
是
it. It's
那
very
个很
it's very
败
good
火
too.
对，然后就是还有一些芦荟呀啊，或者是
And I
拿一
think
些什
some
么
aloe vera
那个
is as
根来
is good
说
as
高级的
well.
吧？
哦，好
哎，我说的不高级的哈，像黄瓜呀，
师傅，我
对
觉得
黄瓜
Actually, even
萝卜
cucumber
咱
尤
cucumber
其
is
黄瓜
very
萝卜
good.
是不是
北
也挺
方那
好
个用点蒜
In the
啊
north,
撒
they
点
like
蒜
to
泥
use a
用
little
点
bit
醋
of garlic,
用刀
a
啪
little
啪拍
bit
两
of
下，
vinegar,
就是蘸
and they
啥都能
just
吃。
use a
对
chopper
那个
to
很好。
break
还
it
有
and
苦瓜
break it
最
into
败火
smaller
对
pieces.
苦
It's
瓜
very
呀
nice to
对
eat,
呀，
你要败
very
火就喝苦
crunchy
瓜
and
汁儿吧
nice. And bitter gourd is also good.
啊，
Bitter gourd is also a
还
way
有
to reduce body heat.
嗯，中南部有的东西哈，
And in center,
这
south
个春笋
region, there's also another type.
春笋啊，
就是竹
对
笋呐，
哦，
It
春
is-
天
竹笋啊
春天的竹笋，笋也败，
It's
对啊。
asparagus. Asparagus
那个
is
应
good
急剥
too,
了之后啊，
especially
哈。
the spring
哎呀，我
asparagus.
吃过台湾的不是什么
Or
山
even
阳
like
明山
bamboo
上的那
shoot
个春笋哈，
嗯，
哦，我吃这哪叫笋呐？这简直是天上的美食哈，
I tried in
是
Taiwan.
清香甘甜，
It is very nice to eat,
就但是超级减肥。
啊，那
and it is
我
very
吃完不到5
effective
分钟就
to
往厕
slim
所
down.
跑，
Why?
这样吃
Because
那个时
after
候
I
离
take
厕
it
所
for
近
5 minutes, I need to
哎
rush
对
the toilet
它就是特别败火。
对。
because it definitely
像我们
clears
在
the
马
body
来
heat.
包括在这个东南亚
In
的
Malaysia
热带的地
and
区的话，
Southeast
还
Asia
给
in
大
the
家推荐
topic,
就是喝椰子汁，
they like to drink
那一颗一颗的
coconut
椰子啊
coconut
那可
juice
清凉败火了。
that
还有
also
山猪
helps.
三株就是绝对不要去吃榴莲，
And not only
绝
that,
对绝对别
mangosteen
去
is
吃榴
very
莲
good
你要想
too.
败火的
I
话
think
哈
durian is very heaty, so you
真的
should
喜欢
try
吃
to
一手
avoid
吃点
that.
就在不上火的前提下。
如果作为这个东南亚人哈，就是
If you're from
我
Southeast
觉得在
Asia
疫情期间少吃榴莲，
I think you should try to
因为它
avoid
容易
taking
产生胀
durians because
啊所以大
durians
家
will
吃火
cause
锅哈
heatiness,
还有那个火烤的食
or
物
even food
啊
that
这类
is
的东西
barbecued.
还是要
You
注
should
意
try to
啊
avoid.
要控制一点的吃。
You
不
want
是
to
不吃要
control
控
your
制一下
diet.
榴莲也吃的话要少吃，
If you eat
因为
durian,
它
you
这
want
种
to
容易
eat
产
less
生燥气的呢，就
because
可
it's
能
very
容易被
heaty
感染。
and it's
哎
likely to
对
be
就是这样要
infected.
注意这个哈。
哎呀，
So
听
you
了
want
师
to
傅
be
介绍了
careful?
这么多，又是饮食方面的这些，而且这些都是我们平常随便买菜都能买得
对
到的
都是家
啊，
常
这些
菜
食材哈。
嗯
师傅，您今天还在研
Well,
究
Masters, you're
怎么
teaching
样
us so much.
最容易买到的食
And
材
you are even
来配
teaching
起
us
来一些小
the
偏方，
very
给网
simple
友们提供
methods,
治咳嗽
very
啊，或者一
easy
直
to
嗓子不
buy,
清啊，
and
这
it
些
helps
包
us
括一
to
些发
clear
热方面
our
的一些
body
小偏
heat.
方是吗？
So these
对
are
呀
very good
正
methods,
在拍摄
Master.
视频教大
So
家怎
we
么
are
做，
actually
太好
trying
了。
就
to
是明天
making
出来
some
就后天就
videos.
出来。
So
这
either
个小视频
tomorrow
啊
or the
很
day
快就能
after,
跟
we
大
will
家见
have
面。
the new
教大家的。
videos to teach you
我会
how
做人人都会
to
做，
eat.
只要你一看
As long as you watch it, I'm
对
sure you'll be
我们
able
菩
to
提
learn
推
it
出的这
quickly.
些偏方的
So
食谱
these
对，
最受
very
人欢迎了。
interesting
这些材料
food
特别容易
dish
买，
are
没
very
错
easy to
对
buy
所以又
and
不是
easy
药
to make.
但是呢是
And
偏
they are
方，
not
是
medicine,
对
but
针
they're
对咳
just
嗽或者
method
是
that
发
will
烧之
help
类的。
特别
to
管它
cure
用
your
药
fever
我
and
们
your
就看着
cough.
那个
对
视频快点推出哈，让我们
I
的
just
网
look
友能够
forward
结缘。
that we
我
can
们
have
的
more
小
of
朋友
those
编辑的小
videos.
朋友呢，就是今晚上不睡觉，加班加点
So
在制
our
作。
friends are trying to create the
感谢他们。
videos. They will work hard tonight to
好
try
的。
to get the videos out in the
是不
next
那
day
也
or
是
two.
今天我们的直播当中，还是一如既往的，也受到了很多网友的支持哈。
是
I
大
think
家
today
纷纷
we
的进
too
行了
receive
超
a
级
lot
留
of
言，
blessings
还有贴图
from
和
and
感
many
谢。
people
那么
have
其实昨天就有
posed a
很多
lot
网友
of
说，哎呀，我们
message.
不会做该怎么做？今天也
But
是
our
我们的
internet
这个
friends
视频的小组的我们的工作人员，很快的就做出了一个专门的视频来介绍网友们怎么做超级留言，如何做
So
超级
actually
感
we
谢
have
这
a
些
videos
新
to
的功
teach
能哈，我
all
们都
of
在
our
学
friends,
习中。
online friends,
所以呢，有这
how
样的
to be
需求的
super
网友可以
fans.
专门去点
So
看
if you
那一个
have the
专门的
needs,
小视
you
频
can watch
介
the
绍
videos
如
to
何超级留
introduce
言，如何
how
超
to
级感
post
谢啊！
super
欢
message
迎，
and
希望
how
大家也
to
是多多支持。
and I hope
那
that
今
you
天我
will
们在
provide
念佛
more
和加
support.
持过程中
And
做
today
了
in the
这些
process
超级留言
of
和超级
our
感谢的网友们，你们的真
chanting
心
and blessing,
佛菩萨全都看到了。
your
相信佛
sincerity
菩
is
萨一
observed
定
by
会给
Buddhas
你
and
大能量的
Bodhisattvas, and
加
I'm
持，
sure that
让
you'll
你
be
心
blessed by
想事
Buddhas
成，
and
健
Bodhisattvas,
康
and you
长
will
寿，
receive
吉
health
祥如
and
意。
longevities
收到。
and auspiciousness.
然后网友留言哈，这嗓子刚才痛得不得了，
啊
念佛念到一半儿，突
And
然
we
长
have
出
a
一口气
sharing.
之后，
Someone
突然
was
间就
having
不
a
痛
sore
了。
throat, and after
哎，这个
chanting,
神奇的
the
多
sore
的。
throat
对，师傅
disappears.
您以前讲过，就是
Masters,
我
you
们
shared
真诚
before
念佛
in the
的时候，
past that
会
when we
产生一种
chant,
叫
we
金
will
金玉
have
液的
this very
力量的
special
特别美
fluids,
妙的，
and
就
that
是
fluids
哎
is
呀
very
我们
special
稍
that
微
when
真
we
诚一
swallow
点
it,
哈，你
it
为了
is
自己的
very
健
sweet.
康嘛，
I
为
think
了
you
家
should
人的
chant
好哈，
sincerely
你
because
稍
for
微
your
真
own
诚一点的时
benefits
候
and for
哈，
the benefits
这个
of your
佛菩
family.
萨
Because
收到
when
你
you
的
chant
这种
sincerely,
心意之后
Buddhas,
啊，
Bodhisattvas
立刻说，
receive
哎，他快痛苦
your
的，让他
sincerity.
消除痛
They
苦。
will clearly,
没想到
quickly
你一
help
刹
you
那，
free
这个
from
病
your
就没了。
disease and
哎呦，
sickness.
不是
It
我
could
神
be
奇，是
happens.
佛伟大
It
呀。
can happens in a moment.
啊，
It is not
你
that
像
I'm a
现在来说
miraculous. It
哈，
is just
正在此
the
时此刻，
magnanimous of
现场的有
Buddhas
很
and
多朋友，
Bodhisattvas.
尤
I'm
其
sure
是
at this
50岁
point in
左右
time,
的女士
there are
哈，
many
多
people,
少人那个肩膀痛，
especially
50
ladies.
肩，
A
根
lot
本
of
梳不了
time
头，
you
是不是？
have frozen
大家看
shoulder
着我
and
做，
you can't even leave your arms.
现在
Many people,
就用
after
哈
the
一声
chanting,
啊，
after the energy blessing, if you just ha, you just need to say ha.
再来一次，
And one more time, let's do that. Ha.
做3次哈，
Let's do it
来
3 times. Ha.
大家不敢哈了哈，
You dare not ha?
1、
1,
2、3，
2, 3. Ha.
好了。那
That's good.
刚才是那个举不起来的手，你举
Those
一下，
who have
现在
frozen
可以
shoulder,
举起来，
you
可以
can't leave your
摸你的
arms.
后
Now
脑。
try again. You'll be able to
嗯
lift up your arms and touch the back of your
来，再来哈一
head.
次，
Let's do that
你
one
的
more
腰痛
time.
和腿痛立
And
刻
the
缓解。
next moment,
来，3、2、1
your
哈
wrist pain will
3、
disappear.
2、
3, 2,
1
1. Ha.
我们想到哈，从脚
Let's
底
think about it.
你的
From
疾
the
病
feet
能量
all the
从
way
嘴里
up,
哈
all
这
the
样出来
energy
哈
when you heart, it
3、
disappears.
2、
3, 2, 1. Ha.
可以了。
That's good enough.
那腰痛的、腿
So
痛的，
those who
你
have
就现在
backache,
活动一下你的
those who
腿
have
脚，
leg
发现哎
pains,
能弯腰
you
了，
start to move
能
and you
扭腰
find
了，
that you'll be able to
啊，能
bend
蹲下去
easily
捡东西了。
and you'll be able to lift things easily.
感恩师傅啊！
Thank you,
那大家
Master.
如果不在场的话，我觉得哦，有那么神奇
If
吗？
you're not around, you may
哎呀
think, how is it
不是不
possible
知
to
道，
be such a
菩
miracle?
提真奇妙。
Well, indeed, it is a
是
miracle that you need to
在过
experience
去
it
啊
to
，20
know
年
yourself.
前哈，
Actually, 20 years
那个
ago,
我在整个这个讲座的过程
in the
中，
whole
现场的
process
几
of
千几万
teaching,
人当中，
in some of
很
the
少有人坐在
venues,
轮椅
there are
上不
like
会站起来
20,
走路的，很少人不会
there
走
are
路。
many people
多数
in
人
the
说那
hall,
个时
in
候
the
还不能讲
stadiums.
佛，不能
Some
讲佛法。
because at that point in time
有
we
的说哎
can't
呀，我
talk
唱
about
歌吧，
Buddha
我唱
Dharma,
歌想
so
走
I
走，我
just
就
sing
起来
songs. And when I sing songs, there are people who are wheelchair. There are some people who have not walked for 7 years.
走就是很好的进步。
Or some people are actually being carried into the hall. And when they enter the hall, after I sang the song, they can start to walk again. They don't need a wheelchair. They don't need to be carried. There are many people who participated in my event. Actually, at the moment, some of the headaches or other parts of body pain, it just disappears because it's nothing but evil energy. For example, those who have pain in the tooth or even ear. For me, I just need to just blow and then it just disappears.
吹口哨比较好啊。
Is it better that I whistle?
“疼痛消失，
Pain disappears.
你用力张张嘴就好了。哦，头痛、牙痛就不痛了。
All the pains, the
好像
headache,
刚
the
才一样，
toothaches
你自己3、
disappears.
2、1，哈，哈一口
You
气，
just need to say 3, 2, 1,
那个
and
痛
ha, and the
头痛
pain
腰
will
痛就消
disappear.
失了，很简单。
It's very easy.
哎，为啥这些疼痛那么简
But
单呢？
why is it so easy?
药师佛支持，
That's because of the
是吧？
support
那
of
佛
Medicine
菩萨
Buddha,
巨神的支持。
because of the
我们
support
是个人
of
类，
the
得
huge
到帮助
deities.
很容
We
易。
are just the human
Ah.
beings, and if we want to seek their helps,
所以这
it's
个期
very
间大家
easy.
注
The
意保
deities
养自己哈，
will help
就是
us. So
尽量
it's
别把身体
important
弄
that
得特
during
别
this
疲乏。
time, it is
哎，这
important
样
for
因
you
为
to
疲劳之
protect
后
your
哈，
body.
就容
Make
易
sure
感染。
that you are
抵抗
not
力
too
就下降
tired,
了。
because when you're
对，
too
就容易
tired,
被
you will
病毒
find
给
that your
侵扰了。
那网
immunity
友留
will
言说，那
reduce,
怎么
and
样让自己能，
so some
比如从
ask,
疲劳
what
变
should
得
you
不疲
do?
劳和健壮起来
Well,
呢？
you want to change.
八卦，
You
对，
should
走八
practice
卦
energy
啊，
bagua so
八
that
卦
you
天
can
天
get
走。
rid of
活
your
到
tiredness.
99。
对
If you
对，
practice
就是
energy
说
bagua every
能活
day,
那么久啊，
you
是
will
身体
live
很
to a
健
ripe
康的
old
意
age.
思
What
啊。
does it mean? It just
对，
means
所以
that
呢
you
你
will
要
have
走
health.
八卦啊。
So I strongly
一个人
encourage
没
you
意
to
思，一到公
practice
园走，
energy
围着树
bagua.
下头走，
If you find
好
that
吧？
if you
这在
practice
坚持，
yourself is quite
一
boring,
天走多
I
久啊？
encourage you to
至少
join a
1个
group
小
to
时。
至少1
practice
个小时。
with other people
对，
in the
中间
park.
累
And
了
how
可以
long
休
should you
息，是
practice?
吧？
You should practice for an hour.
有很多人一开始哈，
Actually, many
你
people,
看
when they
上次我
start
们讲的，
energy
有人走
bagua,
半圈八卦，
we said
就不行，你
before
赶快
in
休
the
息，是
last
吧？
times
是
that
现在呢
they
好了，
take
对
half
现在走一个
an
小时没
hour
问
just
题。
to take
对
half
呀，
a
那
circles
是
because
那
of
是
their
帕
body
金森嘛，
conditions.
对对对，
That
是啊，
that's because that person
所以
suffer
如果
from
走1年
Parkinson
呢，
disease.
人家很多病都好了。
But
是
actually, I know
啊，
that
更不要
many
说补元
people,
气了
after they
哈。
practice
哎
energy
呀，你走
bagua,
上100
many
天
of
呐，
your disease
百
and
日筑
illness
基，
disappears.
走上100
It
天，你
needs
的元气才
100
是
days
充
to
足啊。
build a strong
这老
foundations,
头儿
and
变
if
小
you
伙
can
了，
continue to
哎，对，
practice
老
for
太太变少
100
女
days,
啊，
then you will
健
find
步
that you
如飞。
gain your
就
health
是
back.
对，所以让自己这个元气能够
So
充
you
足
want
起
to
来，
make sure
最好的
that you
方法就
regain
是
your
走八
health
卦。
and you want to
是
build your core
嗯，
energy. The simplest method is
好，
none
今天
other
讲的
than
差不
practice
多了
energy
哈。
bagua.
哎，
I think we have
嗯，
talked
那我
quite
们
a
还要
fair
给网
bit
友们预
today.
告一下我们下一场
Let's
的
talk
直
about
播。
our
好
next
好
live
好
feed.
好，
非常精彩。
对，
It's
因为下
very
一场直播我们
exciting
就进入了
because the next
2023
one
年
we will
了，
be
是我
enter
们
the year
2023年的元旦新年
2023,
第一
and
天，1
that's
月
the
1号，
first day
是
of
亚
the
洲
new
的
year. It's
早
going to
上
be 1st
10
of
点钟哈，
January
台
at
北时间
10
10点
a.m.
钟，同时也
Asian
是北
time,
美的温哥华时间
and
是在
that's
12
North
月
America
31号
time.
的晚上6
It's
点钟。那我
December
们的
the
时间稍微
31st,
不一样哦，
6
平时
p.m.
我们都
So
是
we
习惯在
changed
晚
the
上直
time
播，
because
但是
so
因为那
far,
一天已经是新年
because
了，
that
我
is
们
a
就在
new
那天
year.
新年
So on the
啊
new
来
year,
参加
we
师傅的直
want
播节
all
目。
to
然后和师傅一
participate
起
in
来
live
迎新年。
broadcast, and we can
更重要的
celebrate
是，我们
the
所
new
有
year
的
with
弟子学员
masters.
们特别期
Most
待的，我们
importantly,
也在那一
everyone
天，我
are
们来
so
为师傅
happy
庆祝
because we
圣
want
诞
to
祝师
celebrate
傅生日快
Master's
乐的一场直
birthday.
播。
It is also
也是
not
欢
only
迎
just celebrate
对这样的一场
the
盛会啊，
new
我
year,
真是
but
真
we
是
are
天
also
和
celebrating
人都在
Master's
那里喜
birthday
庆对，
as a great
然后呢，我们
occasion.
就是欢迎大家带
And
上
we
你们
welcome
的
all
家人、
to
亲朋
bring
好
your
友，我们都一
family,
起围
your
坐在我们
friends,
的
and
屏
your
幕
loved
前，
one
共
to
襄
gather
盛举，
together
来
and
庆祝师
as
傅的生
together
日，也
to
来迎接
celebrate Master's
2023年
birthday,
的到来。
and we celebrate the
好，
arrival
祝
of
大家幸
2023.
福吉祥，
Wishing all
收到
health,
出入平安，
auspiciousness,
收到，
长命
peace,
百岁，
longevity,
全家幸福。
and happiness for
我
everyone
们
in the
下次直
family.
播再见。
See you
感恩
during the
师
next
傅
live feed.
小的红点里，人生变得神奇。我智慧了，我宽容了，我慈悲了，我自在了。因为有了你，生命变得更坚定，不忧忧虑。因为有了你，日子不再有哭泣，不再有恐惧。我快乐了，我快乐了，我健康了，我健康了，我幸福了，我幸福了，我美丽了，我美丽在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点里，人生变得神奇。我智慧了，我智慧了，我宽容了，我宽容了，我慈悲了，我慈悲了，我自在了，我自在了。因为有了你，了解生命的真理，修行的意义。因为有了你，日子犹如彩虹般，彩虹般美丽。我快乐了，我快乐了，我健康了，我健康了，我幸福了，我幸福了，我美丽了，我美丽了，我快乐了，我快乐了，我美丽了，我美丽了，我幸福了，我幸福了，我美丽了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与您相遇。小小的红点里，人生就此欢喜。我快乐了，我健康了，我幸福了，我美丽了。在茫茫人海之中，让我与你相遇。小小的红点